Hi there, Marshall here, and I'd like to invite you to join my email community where you can find additional tools, guidance, and support in healing your codependency, as well as follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram by looking up Heal Your Codependency with Marshall Bircher or clicking the links in the description. And you can listen to my episodes on Apple, Google, and Spotify podcasts, anywhere you listen to your podcasts. And now, on to today's episode. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to this episode of Healing Your Codependency. I'm Marshall Bircher, and I'm your guide in restoring safety, connection, and self-worth in your life so that you can go on, have the relationships you desire, and fulfillment you desire, and satisfaction you seek in your life. Today is a Bluntcake episode. We're going to be talking about the importance of loving ourselves and how that actually happens. And so with all Bluntcake episodes, these can be confronting, these can be challenging to hear. So I invite you to take a moment to check in with your capacity and your availability to hear information and discuss topics that may be activating for you. If that capacity is not there, please return to this at a future time. Okay, so let's jump in here. So today's episode, loving yourself is a choice you make over and over and over. For a very, very long time in my healing, I thought that loving myself would just happen. I thought that as I did my therapy and I did the healing work, I would start loving myself. I thought that as I did better in my relationships, I did better in my career, did better in as a father, did better in my business, I'd love myself. I thought that as I had less pain, I'd love myself. I thought if I was able to reduce my shame and my guilt, I'd love myself. I thought that loving myself was a product or a result of all these efforts, all these investments that I was making in my life. And boy, was I wrong. See, really loving ourselves requires a choice. It requires a choice every day. Sometimes it requires that choice multiple times during that day. And here's why. We were not raised to approach ourselves from a framework of love. We were raised, well, at least I was raised, to approach myself from a framework of criticality, of measurement, of judgment, and of this inappropriate evaluation of my worthiness based on the approval of others and their views of how well I was doing in my behaviors and my obedience to what they wanted me to be in their life. That's transactional value. That's transactional approval. That is the trap of the approval-rejection cycle, where our worth is determined by approval and rejection, by the happiness or satisfaction someone has with us or their level of disappointment and dissatisfaction. Real love does not approach human beings or living beings of any kind this way. What I have discovered over and over and over, real love is a warm witness, a warm reception to whatever shows up. See, I thought I'd love myself if I didn't have that shame, for instance. I've since learned that real love embraces that part of me that feels that shame. That real love invites in the terror that I've lived through. Real love wants to understand and care for the inner critic. Real love accepts my limitations. Real love says, hey, it's okay not to be able to do that. It's okay that we can't do that right now. It's okay if we never do that. It says, hey, yeah, we have been rejected and abandoned and discarded over and over, and I still love you. I love you anyway, and I am here with you. But these are choices we're making when events occur. So I'll give you an example of this. When I get rejected, I still have that big sting inside my body. And I have a choice in this matter. I can agree with the rejection and go down into a spiral of shame, a spiral of guilt, a spiral of self-hate. Or I can say, yeah, this really hurts. And I am with myself in this. I am with me through this journey of rejection. And I love me anyway. I have to make a choice about how I'm going to respond to that event and respond to my pain and respond to the stories or meaning I have about that pain. Am I going to agree with the stories that say this rejection happens because I'm an unworthy, unlovable person? Am I going to lean into and care for the pain instead and say, yeah, no wonder I feel like I'm not lovable. I'm being rejected over and over. I have a long history of not being wanted by others. Others have not shown love and care towards me, and that's really scary to me. How about when we fail? Do we reject ourselves? We say, oh, I'm so stupid and so wrong for that. Or do we make a choice to go, wow, yeah, we did fail, and I love you anyway, and I'm here with you. I'm here with me. I'm here with this pain and this disappointment, maybe even some shame or embarrassment about the failure. Love is a choice we make every single moment when we encounter our pain, when we encounter our joy, our satisfaction. Are we rejecting it? I'm not allowed to feel that. But there's this problem and that problem, this thing. Or are we receiving and going, I'm feeling joy, I'm feeling peace, I'm feeling satisfaction, I'm feeling relief? Am I going to let that take up some space? Am I going to let that be a part of my world? That's what love is going to do. It's going to ask us to make choices about how we respond to things. And love would like us to respond to everything that shows up in our world with an open warmth. Our feelings, our thoughts, our experiences, our failures, our successes, our unmet needs, our unmet dreams, our unrealized desires. These all matter. We bring it in. I've never had that in my life. I've never known what it's like to be in a loving relationship, for example. Yeah. And love would say, and I am with you in that loss. I am with you in this space of not knowing and never having experienced it. It doesn't go, oh, yeah, well, we deserved it, or, there's something wrong with us, or there's something wrong with everyone else. It's more like, oh, yeah, there's love here. Now, if there's a part of us that's going, yeah, there's something wrong with everyone else, or there's something wrong with me, or both, love would respond to that too. Love's response to that would be like, I hear you. I hear the pain you're expressing, the frustration that you're living through, the hurt and the emptiness you carry with this. I am with you in this. See? Love is a choice we have to consciously make over and over for us to actually cultivate love for ourselves. So in this choice of, hey, I'm going to respond to my pain or my joy or whatever's coming up for me from this warmth and this care, then the healing work you're doing, then the things you are learning, the challenges you're navigating, the successes you're having, the failures you experience become means of love. They become amplified in that. It's like, I still love me. I am so grateful I get to exist. And there's parts of me, I'll be real honest here, parts of me aren't really excited to exist. They've gone through hell. So I love them too. I'm like, of course, it's not that exciting. I don't want to be dealing with some of these things. Yeah, of course not. It's been really hard at times, really scary and really painful. Yet there is still a warmth towards these things. This is how we love ourselves. It's not the day at the spa. It's not the nice car. It's not the vacation. Those can be loving too. But it's really how we respond to our pain. It's how we respond to our successes. It's how we respond to our joy. It's how we respond to our existence and our experiences. It is a choice. Do I approach this with this warmth and this kindness and care, with regard and concern for myself, or not? That's the Bluntcake. We have to make choices to love ourselves. We have to make choices to show up that way. for ourselves. This is how I learned what loving myself really meant. This is how I learned what it was like, what the experience of it is. And then I started to feel it more. I started to feel more safety with myself, more connection with myself. I started to feel a sense of value and appreciation and regard for myself. I started to cherish me. And that's the magic. I started to love and appreciate me. Because I was loving and caring towards my pain, towards my failures, towards my successes, towards my unmet needs and unrealized desires. All of it got to be loved. This is what it means to love ourselves. And we have to make that choice over and over. And man, there's many times I haven't made the choice. And I've gotten angry, I've gotten bitter towards myself, I've shamed myself, I've attacked myself. And that is another opportunity to love myself. Because yeah, of course I'm doing that to myself. I'm at my limit. I don't know what else to do. I'm in a lot of pain, and this is how I'm acting it out right now. That is how we approach loving ourselves. That's today's episode, my friends. So today you can start this process of responding to whatever shows up in your reality with love by responding to it with, and I love you anyway. Let that be for a moment. Let yourself feel what it's like to say that to your pain, to your terror, to your bitterness, to your shame, to your jealousy, to your envy, to your loneliness, to your joy. Let yourself feel the discomfort of it if that's there. For a lot of people, it's really uncomfortable. It was for me. Let that take up space and say, I love you anyway, too. This is how we start to love ourselves. It's a choice in how we respond to what shows up for us. Thank you for being here with me, my friends. If you're looking to get deep on your healing so that you have the safety, the connection, and the worth in place that empowers you to go out and get the relationships you want, the peace you want, the healing you want, the success, the satisfaction in your life, join my free workshop, The 3 Secrets That Heal Codependency Permanently. It's in the description. It's also on my front page at my website at healyourcodependency.com. Learn those 3 secrets. Get your exclusive opportunity to join the codependency healing system. Let's change your life today. Otherwise, you can join my email community. You can join me on Facebook. Get additional tools, guidance, and insight into your healing. As well as you can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and on my podcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts, I'm going to be there. Apple, Spotify, Google. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. Thank you, my friends, again for being here. Go gently, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.